Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the NWA Power Review for the 27th of April 2021. This continues to be one of the best wrestling shows. The best wrestling show week to week, even though they have lesser talent or lesser known talent anyway. Nick Aldis opens the show saying that Murdoch should have known what's going to happen if he pokes his nose into the business of the business of the NWA champion. Aldis said it's time for Murdoch and Aldis to have a fight one last time. Kyle Davis implies that Aldis wanted to avoid him and didn't want Murdoch in the NWA. Aldis takes exception to this, but did offer a spot to Murdoch, asking him to come out and with no funny business. Murdoch comes out and says he isn't going to take the risk of beating up Aldis right now because he didn't want to put a shot at the title in jeopardy. Murdoch demands an apology and is angry at Aldis. Aldis suggests that they have a six-man tag team match tonight with Aldis, Vladimir, and a third man against Murdoch. And if he won, he gets a national title shot. If he loses, he gets suspended for 30 days with no pay. Murdoch says it's funny that as soon as he started targeting Aldis and his title, he backpedals off. Murdoch isn't worthy of being a champion, but he didn't back down from a fight, and he's going to take the chance. Angle alert here. Crotus and Sal Rinauro go to a no contest. Set up the Mr. Man in the main event, and furthers the story that Crotus and Stevens are not getting along. Match doesn't really need to be good here. Sal gets beat up from the start. Crotus uses size, stays on top of Sal. Crotus hits a huge suplex with May Valentine, and Danny Dales come out to try and distract Sal. Dales gets chokeslam, and Crotus continues to pound on Sal. Sal rolls to the ropes, refuses to break. Referee rules it a no contest. Stevens tries to calm his partner down. Crotus rolls out and walks to the announce desk. Gets in the face of Storm. Storm stands up, takes his headset off. They go face to face, and Storm tries to completely destroy his enemy. Latimer and Chris Adonis come out and announced that they saw something in Crotus, asks him to be a third man in the main event. Crotus agrees and leaves ringside as May attends to Sal as Stevens looks on. Kyle Davis is with Jack Stane and Slice Boogie, who are facing off in a no DQ match next week. Boogie talks about how he's been getting wins on top of wins. Dane lost the last time they were in the ring. Boogie is booed for the promo, and Dane's cheered. And that doesn't make sense because that's not the way it's been. Unfortunately for everybody watching, Pope and Tyrus go to a time limit draw. And Austin Idol comes out with Tyrus. He joins the commentary team. This is great. Tyrus is past the prime of what he can handle. Pope tries all he can to get a decent match out of here. Velvet Sky is bad on commentary in the match, and the match has a 6-minute and 5-minute time limit, and Tyrus is gassed long before that. Tyrus misses a corner charge. Pope goes in for the Pope train finish. Idol grabs his foot, and Tyrus hits a corner charge and an elbow for near fall. Tyrus then locks on a bear hug in a squat position, but he couldn't actively lift Pope out of the position, so he drops him, and Pope got up and hit some strikes and an eye poke, which Austin Idol goes nuts over in commentary. Pope hits a missile dropkick, and Idol goes back to ringside, and Pope then hits crossbody off the apron into Tyrus. Idol distracts Pope and Tyrus locks on a chokehold. Time limit expires. Pope is left laying outside the ring. Thunder Rosa comes out. May Valentine informs us NWA wants her and Camille to end their feud peacefully, so they are requesting advocates to speak on their behalf. Rosa chooses Melina and does so reluctantly, but decides to become that because of their history, she's the best choice available. Camille also chooses Tyron Terrell, who's overjoyed to be picked by Camille. Melina starts to cut a promo and talks about Thunder Rosa's success in NWA and AEW. Camille wins the number one contenders, but keeps going after Rosa, so she's the one who keeps that feud going, apparently. Tyrell talks about Rosa and how she's jealous in the most annoying ways possible. Melina suggests that Rosa and Camille have a rematch since she wasn't done yet and put the number one contendership on the line. This seems like a good idea. Tyrell says they do the match, but there were conditions and they deliver the list of conditions next week. Melina throws a punch at Tyrell. Rosa tries to kill Camille on the segment and things end. Let's see. Then we go Team Aldis, Latmir, Adonis, and Crotus defeats Team Murdoch, Trevor Murdoch, Aaron Stevens, and Tim Storm. Lots of heat in the match, furthering the feud between Murdoch and Aldis. Aldis keeps his word and isn't involved. Murdoch still lost and now has to spend 30 days unpaid at home. But the match was fine. Murdoch's partners take their time coming out, and Aaron Stevens joins Murdoch on the opposite side from his own tag team partner, which is weird. Sal Ranallo comes out, but Tim Storm walks out after that and tells Ranallo to go to the back. Match starts. Tim Storm goes right after Curtis. Latmir's yelling about how Storm shouldn't cross them, which furthers the tension between them. Aldis and Stevens and Crotus leave the ring. Stevens didn't want to fight Crotus, so Storm and Latmir end up in the ring. Crotus wants to fight Stevens. Stevens doesn't want to do this, doesn't want to fight his own partner. Stevens goes for a tag, and Crotus, by instinct, but went back to his own corner. They basically got the heat on Stevens for a while. Heels keep this up for several minutes. Latmir and Adonis beating up on Stevens. Crotus didn't tag in. He does enjoy, however, seeing Stevens get beat up, but didn't tag in right away. Stevens dodged the corner charge from Latmir and manages to make a hot tag to Storm. Storm goes nuts, gets distracted with Ranallo, gets on the apron to cheer Storm, and Adonis takes advantage of all this and hits full Nelson Slam for the pinfall victory. Storm is left laying in the middle of the ring. Crotus refused to help Aaron Stevens up, and the show goes off the air. Not a bad show, still better than most of what's available on the national products. There's a lot of question marks, but question marks are good. They make you want to tune in next week. The major challenges are with such a small roster. It's an interesting deal to kind of take one of your main talents off television. Anyway, we'll be back with more right after this.